What's going on, guys? Quinn69 here. How you guys doing? Today I'm bringing you guys a guide on how to reroll weapons. More specifically, how to reroll weapon damage. I'm not going to go into specifics like, rolling cooldown reduction or resource cost reduction or whatever. This is specifically on how to get the most damage out of your weapon, which is the most common roll for all classes, in the Diablo 3s. You know what I'm saying? So what I've done is I've painstakingly put a calculator together, and which basically is a weapon DPS calculator. What this is it's literally using the formula to create a weapon, and then you can actually modify it and work out which is going to be the best upgrade, which is going to be the best way to roll a weapon to get the max possible damage out of it, how to min-max your weapon, and this will be really insanely helpful on weapons when it's not so obvious, which is a lot of the time. I'm getting donations on my stream every single day of people asking me, what do I reroll, how do I get the max damage, and sometimes I'm like, do you know what, it's so damn close, I don't know, you have to spreadsheet it. And this is what I mean by spreadsheeting it, guys. Except what I've done is, instead of making you write out the calculation yourself, I've actually programmed every single weapon into one little spreadsheet for you, which took like ages. So don't take it for granted, guys. Use this bad boy. Use it. And when I say spreadsheet something, spreadsheet it on this spreadsheet right here. I will keep this up to date. There'll be a link in the description below, so you can go to right now if you want, if you think you can just use it off the bat without my description. But now I'm going to show you guys how to use it. This is a really important part, because there's some stuff in here which isn't too obvious. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, guys. So this is my example weapon here. This is a weapon that someone literally asked me to reroll today, and I was like, do you know what? I don't know. I'm going to have to use my spreadsheet to work out which is the best roll here. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. What do you want to do first? So this is a legendary two-handed mace. This is a furnace. So first of all, you want to select two-handed mace. As every single item in the game has a different base weapon damage range, and that is what you're selecting right now. Ancient has the same weapon damage range as non-ancient. But anyway, this is and this guide here is based around ancients. I forgot to tell you that. It's probably quite important. This is not for rerolling. This is only for rerolling ancient items. Do not use this calculator for rolling normal items. That's like a whole nother set of min-max ranges, which I couldn't be bothered programming in. So just only roll ancient items. It's not really worth spending your time spreadsheeting for a normal item, in my opinion. Anyway. So yeah, we've got a two-handed mace here. We've got a two-handed mace, boom, two-handed mace. Now what you want to do here is you don't want to grab this number, you don't want to grab this number here. You're looking to get the min-max bonus roll, this one right here. So you want to put, so the minimum there, you can see 720. So you want to put 720 in there, boom, 720. And then the max range, that one there, 2091. So you want to go 2091. Now what's that is done is that's added it to the base weapon damage range. And now this is literally, we're programming our own little weapon here, which we can then modify. So now the next thing you want to do is, does it have percent damage? And as you can see here, if I didn't write all over it, it's got 6% damage there, boys. It has 6% damage. So if your weapon doesn't have percent damage, don't start adding it. Just leave it as 0. If it doesn't have damage, leave it as 0. If it does have damage, this one has 6 obviously, so we're going to chuck 6 in there. Okay, now if it had attack speed, put attack speed on. If your weapon had, say, whatever, 5, 6, or 7 attack speed, put that in. But my weapon, here, my example weapon, does not have attack speed, so leave it as 0. Now, if you've done it correctly, what this should read is, it should read the exact DPS of the weapon. So 3,953.8, 3,953.8. So we're like, boom, spot on. That means these calculations here will be 100% accurate. And what these calculations here are, this is damage with the perfect damage range. So this is the DPS of your weapon if you were to roll this range right here. If you were to roll the, oh okay, I got both of them selected, so not that. If you were to roll this range right here. So if I was to get this and roll it to the absolute perfect, which bear in mind is very, very, very hard to roll it absolutely perfect, but you could get it within a margin of like 5 to 10 weapon DPS, within like 50 to 100 rolls, which isn't that bad, considering, say, you're rolling something like an ancient furnace, which you might only find 1 or 2 of those in an entire bloody season. So it's pretty important that you make the right decision here. Now this roll here is if you were to roll that 6%. So say we were to roll this 6% here. Say we were to roll this 6% to 10%. This is the DPS of the weapon. So as you can see here, if I roll damage range, I get 4,157, so this number would change to 4,157. if I rolled the 10% damage, it would change to 4,103. So obviously, the correct choice is to roll the damage range because we're going to get more. If these numbers were insanely close, if these numbers say were like crazily close, let's say I was to edit the damage range up a little bit. Let's just hypothetically edit the damage range up a little bit. Let's edit the damage range even more. That was not enough, was it? See, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close. Let's go to 200. So say it was like this. Say it was like this. 190. Okay. If they are this close, so we've managed to edit it to the point where both these numbers are so damn close. Do not go with damage range, because damage range, you're never gonna roll the damage range perfect. I mean, you could just luck out. It's like winning lotto, rolling it absolutely perfect. You're probably gonna get within 10 DPS relatively easily, but getting the absolute max range. So you know, say it was like 8.5 here. So say it was you know 4 DPS higher, say it was like just a tiny bit higher to go damage range. Do not take the damage range, as it's going to be almost impossible to get that range, guys. It's going to be almost impossible to get that range. Take the 10% damage. But if it's, say, like 50 DPS, that will be relatively easy to beat it by 50 DPS, so take the damage range. Okay? Okay, guys? You picking up what I'm putting down? Now, this final row down here, this is attack speed. See, I've got it labeled here, taint. Because attack speed is taint in most cases. Your class, I'm not too sure what classes use attack speed on their weapons. It is a multiplier of attack speed. It does multiply. A 7% roll multiplies your overall attack speed by 1.07. It is quite good. And with flying dragon builds, monks used to use it a lot. And in patch 2.2, monks are going to use attack speed a lot. So I'm going to leave this in here for you guys. So if you do want to roll damage, so obviously if I did roll attack speed, the weapon damage would be the highest. But in this case, you're never going to roll attack speed, because you don't want attack speed on a furnace with any of the zero generator builds. Attack speed is not good. Attack speed is only good if you're generating spirit with attack speed purely. That's what attack speed is there for. So just don't roll attack speed. Boo. Bad. But sweet as, guys, that's the guide. That's all it is. I'm just trying to show you guys how to use the weapon reroll calculator. And remember, it's going to be in the description below. So and I'm going to be updating it. So if say they add new base weapon damages into the game, or say they modify something, I will update this so it is up to date, and you guys can just keep using this calculator. But otherwise, that's it from me, guys. Peace out. Have a good day. I flippin' love you guys. Awkward. It's getting a little bit awkward. I'm unable to close the stream.